Let's be real, we're at a day and age where things have changed. In fact, we used to talk about a global pandemic referring to COVID, and now we talk about a global pandemic as it relates to the hiring pool. What we have found is that the core motivations for employees has changed over time, over the past few years. And a lot of our clients are having to really shift the way that they interact with their team, the way they hire people, the way that they communicate with their team. Of course, we're all trying to build a really incredible business with an amazing culture and be a place where our employees want to be with us forever. But we have to be clear about what is an employee who feels valued, who feels empowered and confident and knows their worth, versus an employee who's just crossing the line to being entitled. So today I want to talk to you about 4 entitlement factors to watch out for in employees. Entitlement factor number 1 is it's all about the money. Have you had an employee like this? They think that they deserve a raise just because it's time. You know, I've been employed here for a while and I think I deserve it. Or maybe it's their annual review. Maybe they're starting to bring in more clients. Perhaps you have an injector that is developing her own clientele and referrals, and so she's starting to feel a little bit more valuable to the company, and so she thinks she should be making more money. Maybe you have an employee that thinks they have other options, and so they're gonna threaten that you should pay them or they're gonna go somewhere else. Be careful, because if you have an employee who is just about the money, they're always gonna be about the money. That means that you could continue to pay them more and more and more, but eventually that's not going to be sustainable for the business. So we want to make sure that we understand and help our employees understand that they're getting paid for producing results for the business. So make sure we're drawing a clear line for what that means for them and what the growth potential is for them in the business, but that there aren't just free gimmies and more money to give just because they feel like they deserve it. Entitlement factor number 2, they deserve all the business insights. You know that employee that's like, wait a minute, you made a move without consulting me? They want to be up in the know on everything that's going on. And at the end of the day, shouldn't we be able to, as an employer, make decisions on our own and then involve team members as we decide? Truth be told, we really do want to be careful about big decisions, strategies that the company has in play to roll that information out to the team in a calculated way, in the right timeline, to the right people, to make sure that it's all well absorbed, well adopted, and that everybody who needs to be in the know is in the know. Sometimes when we tell that person ahead of time, give them the little secret, that can leak out and that can cause toxicity. Make sure if you have that employee that's feeling like they deserve to know things that other employees don't, you are careful about how you interact with them and approach that conversation. Entitlement factor number 3, the employee feels like they deserve hall passes. So you know that employee that has been around for a while, maybe they know you a little better than the other employees, they feel a little bit tighter with you, and maybe they can come a little bit later to work, maybe they can push some boundaries, maybe they get a little bit of extra this or extra that. Be careful, because if we start to give that away, they're probably gonna run fast. Other employees might notice that, and that could cause some problems. So watch out for that employee that feels like they can get away with the hall passes. And entitlement factor number 4 is that they're education entitled. I have seen this go rampant in our industry with the influx of training academies and opportunities to learn and advance clinically and also from a business standpoint. And I think that's so important and so valuable for employees who earn that. And obviously it's important that they see that there's a cost for the company to allow them to attend these conferences. You might have an employee that said, well, they went, another employee went to a conference, so I should go next time, or I should be deserving of learning this, or maybe they're making you feel bad that they haven't gotten enough training from you. Be careful. While training is important, we don't want to be just giving things away. Remember, there's a cost. Again, make sure we're factoring this into the compensation package, into the total growth runway for that employee, so they see what the potential is for them to earn more and more training. And for you, leader, at the end of the day, if you are in a position where you feel like you have to apologize to your employees, you have to justify your actions, you have to convince them why they have a really cush job and an amazing boss, that should be a red flag for you. If you feel like you have an entitled employee in your business, I would highly suggest that you reconsider whether that employee belongs on your future team or not. Good luck.